The whole reason that Trump wants peace in Ukraine is to lower the price of oil, which by definition will lower inflation, and then job accomplished. And he
Yeah.
is suddenly looking good here at home. That's the whole reason. And if you notice,
Good
the
thesis.
negotiations for Ukraine happened or are happening and will continue to happen in Saudi Arabia. Why? Well, because the US, Russia, and Saudi Arabia are the three largest oil producers in the world. There's a new petro order that is taking shape. And I think the Ukraine war is the catalyst for that new petro order. It's those three countries, US, Russia, Saudi Arabia.
No, that's a good point because I mean, oil prices really drive inflation and more than
Yes.
anything else. And I think if you look at the 10-year Treasury, almost like lockstep with what oil prices have been doing over the last couple of years. So I think that is the metric to look at. So that's a great point.
Yeah, that's the single unifying factor throughout the world at the moment. These things can change, but oil and bringing oil down, which brings inflation down, which accomplishes a multitude of tasks.
And Trump likes to win.
And Trump likes to win.
Speaking of which, do you own any oil stocks?
No, I don't. So here's the thing about oil. If you are an oil company, you are a price taker. That means you have to just take the price that you're given by the market. The price of oil is determined by the market. I would much rather own companies that are price makers. NVIDIA makes chips and it decides the price at which it sells those chips because everybody wants them. They have pricing power. So would you rather be long a company that just has to take the price that it gets from the market, or that's able to set the price, its terms, and then tell the market? I'd rather own the price maker. They make more money. Their profit margins are higher. So that's why I don't own any. If oil gets cheap enough, I'll probably buy Energy Transfer, ticker ET, because the dividend is so high and because they're a toll collector. They're ingenious in their own way. They control about a third of the pipeline networks in the
We own
U.S.
pipeline energy in our
Yeah, and
portfolio.
it's
It's one of our best
it's good cash
performers.
flow,
Yeah.
but
Yeah.
in EOG, whenever it goes under 100, they're the top producer. They have the best technology, the best real estate, the best balance sheet. So EOG, you buy under 100, you sell it at 150. That's not really my kind of position, but I'll do it at the margin just to have a hand in it.
Well, I guess the other question though is, and it's I think these numbers, they seem to get skewed. I don't know if it's politicized, but if you look at oil demand and the way it's going up over the course of the next decade versus our ability to produce, it still seems like it is out of whack, meaning that there's going to be more demand for oil than we can basically supply. I mean, that's the stats I've seen on it, but then again, it depends on what stats you're looking at.
Well, yes, and that's why you always have to have an E&P budget, exploration and production. If you're not constantly looking for new sources of oil, yeah, you're right. You do run out. Eventually, the wells run dry, but there's plenty of oil. And what really changed everything was nat gas. And it's just, I mean, think about what nat gas can accomplish. It's not just heating your home, but you can now run nat gas through turbines, well, really through jet engines. Just look at GE Vernova, right? Ticker
Stocks done
GEV.
well.
Yeah,
Yeah.
they basically take what used to be a jet engine, and instead of running jet fuel through it, they run nat gas through it. And they use that thrust to turn a turbine that produces electricity. So you can produce electricity on site from natural gas. So nat gas accomplishes a lot more than just heating a home. It's an electricity solution.
Yeah. And we got a lot of it.